Hello and welcome to Meet Our Makers, an artist interview podcast produced in association with Beats Per Minute. I'm your host, Jeremy J. Facette. On this episode, we get to meet Zola Jesus. Zola Jesus is the pseudonym for singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, producer Nika Danilova. In this chat, Nika and I discuss her various albums as Zola Jesus, all the way back to her debut album, The Spoils. And we go all the way up to today, where she was originally intending to make a very collaborative new album this year, but the coronavirus and COVID derailed those plans. We also talk a lot about Taiga, her sort of divisive pop album, and what drew her to wanting to make something like that in the first place. We also talk about what it's like for her to perform her intensely personal music, as well as pop music in general, the toxicity of fandoms, and her light obsession with John Cena. We also get into a bit of her Twitter beef from late 2020. The real ones know. So please enjoy, and thank you for listening. This is me meeting Zola Jesus.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
It was very quick turnaround. I was like, yeah, I guess next week works. Oh, okay, cool. So how are you? How have you been?
I'm all right, surviving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Basically, that's it.
how have you been in general this year?
I mean, it's just been a weird year. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to even answer that because
Mm-hmm.
like in some ways it's been fine, and in other ways it's been a total upheaval of my like sort of trajectory. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like I try not to like overplay what I've lost because people have lost so much more this year that I'm just happy to be alive. And
That's true. Yeah. I
but
know
yeah,
it has been a weird, I mean, it seems like an understatement to say it's been a weird year.
for sure.
But yeah, it is kind of one of those things where I guess, if you're lucky, you can get something, which I assume the two of us are lucky enough to say that there is some good that can come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, just kind of, it's so hard to just ignore the
The shitty parts.
yeah, those for lack of better words,
Yeah.
the shitty parts. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, because it's just been so strange, and especially I can
Yeah.
imagine as a musician. I mean, were you intending to tour this year?
I was intending to make a record and then
Mm,
tour on it. Yeah.
okay, so this kind of just completely upheaved that, like you said.
Yeah. It's totally derailed my album making plans, but yeah, it's okay, I guess.
Do you, when that happens, or when you get kind of delayed, do you keep making things on your own?
I have been trying, but I'm just at a weird sort of stage in my sort of like artistic career where I'm really craving collaboration. So
Mm,
this was like going to be like my big collaborative record where I really like wrote stuff in the studio and like worked with other musicians a lot. And so now I'm just kind of like, oh man, I'm stuck with myself again, like in this like, in my hobbit hole studio, like, which is fine, but like I want
yeah,
people. I miss
seems
people.
ironic that, of course,
Yeah,
this
right.
is the year.
Yeah, I wish this was the year when I was like, fuck everybody. I'm gonna do my own thing, but now I'm like, oh, I want to collaborate.
Was Okovi pretty much alone?
It was all written alone, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then I just worked with like my friend as co-producer to help me kind of like make it sound better. But yeah.
Yeah. So you do have a studio at home, but yeah, you've just been kind of itching to to be with
Yeah.
other people. Was that your desire before COVID too?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that was kind of my
Okay.
plan, was to like go
Okay.
into the studio and really work some stuff out, like with a drummer and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you, for the past few records, at least, if not all your records, have had a lot of sort of electronics and synthetic beats. So I'd be interested then to see, to see what happens when you have live hand-driven percussion.
Yeah, me too. I know. I'm just more than anything, I just like I need someone to throw a wrench in my normal way of working because I'm
Mm,
so used to writing on my own and producing a lot of it on my own that like I want someone to give me something that like wouldn't come out of me and then I have to respond to it. It's
Yeah.
that's kind of creativity, is where you take something and then you have to figure out kind of how to make it work. And I did that enough times on my own where now I'm like, okay, I get it. Like I'm only capable of so much. Like I need some outside input.
No, I totally feel that because I also I'm also a songwriter and I've been making shit alone in my house for like
Yeah,
years, and I've just this past fall been working on something where I was sort of asking for help, and it's so nice to like I basically trusted these people with the demos and I just to kind of make whatever you want and then I'll make it work. And it was, I don't know, it's nice to have like that other angle in there that you wouldn't have thought of.
totally. I think also like, I mean, are we recording? Should I just keep going?
Oh yeah, no, I've been
Okay,
recording.
okay. Okay, good, good. Because I, I sort of struggle with, okay, so I feel like in the beginning of when I started making music, like individuality was championed and like independence. I'm like, I did this all on my own. Like,
Mm.
I know I can produce it myself. I can record it myself. I can write it myself. Like I'm a one woman, like pop machine or whatever. And then and that's cool and all. And then like props or whatever, like it feeds your ego. But then at some point, I'm just kind of like, wow, all my favorite music was like written in a collaborative setting. Like all of the music that I find to be so timeless and ageless is that way in many ways because of the meeting of minds and the conflicting creative energies that I feel like even something like Nine Inch Nails, which is, a solo project, but the way you can tell that so much of the beauty of the Nine Inch Nails discography is how he chooses to collaborate with people, and
Hmm.
I don't think that his music would sound the same if he didn't collaborate. And I find that to be that's something that took me like 10 years to sort of like learn. It's like, oh yeah, I think it is good to work with people. Like I think you'd end up with like better work if you just like kind of let go of your ego and just like let people in.
Yeah, it's sort of like an ego killing exercise to invite people into your fold and kind of see what they do with your material. And it can be
Yeah.
really informative in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because
Also, scary,
there
but
are a lot of projects from across history that even solo projects like Nine Inch Nails or even solo singer songwriters, I think of like Joni Mitchell and Kate Bush, like they are these kind of reigning influential forces, but they didn't do it alone.
yeah,
And there's so many people who play on their records and lend such beauty to their records and a million other people too. So there's
absolutely.
definitely something to be said for that.
Think there is. I mean, I love like I love a good solo work, and I love knowing like something like Arthur Russell, where you can
Mm.
just tell it just him and his his instruments and his mind, and I find that beautiful, and that's still some of my favorite stuff. But got to have variety. I'm ready for something different. So
Yeah, and it seems like even though COVID has derailed your plan for now, it's also like all the more reason to kind of shake things up. Like, why not? It's
totally.
been such a strange, unbalanced time. You may as well kind of see what happens if you just kind of throw caution to the wind a bit.
Absolutely. I think this is a good time to really challenge norms. So
Mm.
whatever
Mhm.
you're used to, shake it up. You might as well. I got nothing to lose at this point.
Right. Yeah. I know. I think that's kind of the fuel behind a lot of people doing these like Instagram concerts that like never
Yeah,
would have
totally.
before.
Totally.
Like, well, I guess I can, and people might want it, so I guess I'll try this new thing that I've never done. So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
scary, but I don't know. I like being scared too. So there's that.
Have you done any of those?
Yeah, I
Like live
have.
like internet concerts?
Yeah, I've done a couple. It's a real frustrating experience because
Mm,
it's so fun performing and I love the connection, but it is nothing. There's no spiritual tangibility to
right.
performing live stream concerts like there is in person. So
Right.
it's very unfulfilling, but I'll take whatever I can get.
Are you someone who loves performing?
I
Like
didn't
really
used
loves
to.
being on stage?
I didn't know. I used to hate it because of I'm
Okay.
just so scared and perfectionist and scared of people. But as I've like realized that I'm not a misanthrope, I've really just enjoyed I've enjoyed like the connective tissue part of music, the part that how music, because I didn't grow up with like a lot of friends or whatever. Like music is my way of like connecting with people and being
Mhm.
like, see, I'm human, you're human, like we're the same, right?
Yeah.
um so I do like that with performing because I can like look at people and be like, yeah, we're all in the same room together.
Yeah, and you really, really don't get that online.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's true. I think, who was I talking to about this? I was for the show, I was talking to Mira,
Hmm,
and she was
love her.
talking about how when she like she's so scared to play these online concerts, but she doesn't even really know why, because like there's it's such low stakes, you know? It's like
Yeah,
no one's really there, but then also at the same time, it's potential that you have more people there than you really would otherwise, because you have people from all over the world. So it's
totally.
this weird, like, I don't know, it's weird in between. I think it'd be very strange.
Yeah. I mean, that's like everything with this internet communication. Like, that's
Hmm.
why I'm grateful that you didn't do the video, first of all,
I know.
because thank you. Because I hate it. I hate video chatting because
Oh,
it
me
is
too.
so hyper real. Yeah. There's nothing, there's no sort of like, you can't equate it to actually being in front of somebody, you know? Like, I
Yeah.
might as well just like pretend like we're on the phone because that's like,
Yeah.
I've evolved enough to understand like phone talking, but like not like this video chatting where it's like I still don't really, I can't perceive your body language well enough to be able to like benefit from it.
I know. It's super strange. I decided right away that I was only going to do these as audio, even though it's Zoom, which seems to confuse a lot of people. Like, I'm like, no, it's Zoom, but
Yeah, I put makeup on for
really,
this, so you better just appreciate that.
so did Mira. Speaking of Mira, when we first got on, she's like, wait, I didn't have to put on mascara. And I'm
I
like,
know.
no, and it's true, because video chatting is just, it's for some reason, it's weirder than audio chatting, because like you said, I can kind of pretend we're on a phone call.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I have headphones on and I'm speaking into a microphone, but I can pretend we're on a phone call. And it seems a little bit more casual, and thus a little bit easier, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And also just like the watching yourself talk.
Oh, I
Like,
hate it.
in no way is that normal. Where it's like as I'm talking to somebody, I'm also seeing a reflection of myself
I
talking to
know.
them. It's totally like for me, I just can't even fathom that that's okay.
No, because I think of, even in real life, people with like super reflective sunglasses and how much I
Exactly.
hate
It's
it.
scary. It's
I hate it
scary.
because you can't see their eyes really, and you
Yeah.
only see you, and it's very disorienting. And
Yeah.
I'm a high school teacher, so
Oh, that's
I see
awesome.
myself on camera all the time.
Oh,
Super weird. I'm used
so
to it in that context, but when we have like meetings, mine is off, my camera's off,
yeah, good.
because I'm like, I can't,
Yeah.
I can't jump across that valley for you.
I'm not ready yet either.
No. And I think hopefully we are sort of rounding a corner. So hopefully it won't be too much longer of this
Yeah.
very, very online existence we've all been
Oh,
leading.
it's really like I used to be really into dystopian science fiction, like my whole adult life and child
Mm.
life, and now I just can't even go near
Well,
anything even
now it's like
real.
documentary.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like I can't even you like you I know how the story ends. Like anyone
Right.
that reads this like this or is into dystopian fiction, it's like we all know how it ends and like seeing us move further towards that is so like heinous and scary
Right.
where I'm just like me back to when
Yeah,
it
I
was just
know.
fun to read about this.
I know. Last spring I was in a graduate English course, and it was a dystopian novel course, and of course it started like before COVID really hit us,
Oh,
and then midway through we were like, wow, this is getting really weird, because we were reading
yeah.
like Oryx and Crake and like,
Yeah.
Atwood and a lot of short stories that were really kind of prescient and relatable, and it was like it was getting weird.
Yeah. It
It's
gets
just
like,
it's just uncomfortable now.
yeah, it freaks me out. I can't
Yeah.
do it. It sucks.
So I wanted to talk a bit about the last album. It's sort of funny when I have people on here when there's really nothing to promote. So thank you for coming on, because some people have said like, no, I'm gonna wait, and like, I'll wait and consider like when I have, something. But I'm glad
Yeah.
you said yes to come on and just chat.
Oh, I don't
So
care.
your last album, your fifth album, Okovi, came out in 2017.
Mhm.
It feels like a lifetime ago,
Yeah.
2017.
Oh my God.
Maybe
Yeah.
partially because this year has felt like 18 years, but even
Yeah.
beyond that, it just feels like so long ago that that on release day, I like, listened to it in my car or whatever on my way to work. Like, it feels like forever ago.
Yeah.
But I just listened to it again today. It's still good.
Thank you.
It sounded at the time, and it still does. It sounded like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounded like your most personal record up to that point. or at the very least, maybe your most candidly personal record.
Yeah.
There was a lot of kind of brutal, forthright kind of honesty in a lot of the songs. I mean, I specifically remember when I first heard Witness, I like got teary in my car,
Oh.
which does not happen for me very easily. But it's stuff like that. It was very, very blunt and honest in a way that I think a lot of people aren't. What what draws you then to being so upfront? Like instead of hiding behind, a litany of metaphors and things like that. What draws you to being so open?
Um, I guess that's just how I am. Like I'm
Mm.
not, I'm pretty blunt. Like I'm not really good with poetry. And actually before I was talking to you, I was going through all my like writing to work on lyrics for my next record.
Mhm.
And I hate lyrics because I can't dress it up. Like the music is the dressing and then the
Right.
lyrics are me just going, wow, this sucks. Or like, I feel this way. Or like, I don't know, I can't. And especially when I'm singing, like just the declarative nature of how I sing, it's like
Mhm.
I couldn't be like super like mystical or whimsical in my lyrics because it just doesn't work. Like, I can't be like, the glistening sunlight on the windowsill or whatever. You're
I
just
mean,
it just
maybe.
doesn't, yeah, maybe, but it like, I don't know, like, and then I don't know, it just lyrics to me always kind of are the purge, it's the
Mhm.
purge. It's like because they're so connected to the voice that it's cathartic to just kind of say it,
Right.
but I'm also, it could just be lack of sort of like poetic integrity, I guess, too. I don't know.
Well, do you write lyrics first?
I don't. Well,
Okay.
no, yeah, definitely not. It usually is music and then vocal melody and then lyrics.
Right. Okay. I know. I've always, as a songwriter myself, I've always written lyrics first, and every person I ask says that's not what they do, and I feel like maybe I should try. Speaking of trying new things, maybe I should try to do that
No,
because
I respect that. No, I respect that because this is
I
the
don't know
thing.
why. It's just where I start.
That's great because that should lead that leads the song and that is the song. Like when you think about it, and I was just thinking about this, wishing I wrote lyrics first because the lyrics are they're the core, they're the story and the narrative. And so then that should tell you what it should sound like. That should tell you how it should be performed. The lyrics. So then when I start a song and I have no lyrics, I'm like, well, what am I singing about?
Mm.
Like that gets really, I end up kind of getting roadblocked from a song more because of that, because I'm like, oh, I have a song, but what am I going to say?
Hmm.
So good to have what you're going to say first and then like do everything else later.
See, but it's funny you mention, I mean, somewhat sarcastically, a lack of poetic integrity, but it's funny you mentioned that because it reminded me a bit of that Mount Erie record, A Crow Looked at Me.
Mm,
I don't know if you heard that.
is that a new one?
It's from like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah, I haven't heard that one yet, but I want
It's
to.
brutal because it's all about Phil Elverum's wife passing away.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's like that kind of writing where it's just the fact, like it's just the truth of it. There's like, even he said, like, these are barely songs, like it's barely poetry. I'm just like, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's exactly I don't think it's a lack of poetic integrity. I think it's just like, I don't know, a lack of filter almost, or like a conscious decision to just tell it like it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like I got that. I mean, I've always kind of gotten that from your work. You've never been a writer who, as I say, hides behind a whole bunch of metaphors, but I just think that Okovi was very upfront
Mm-hmm.
because there are songs like Witness and Siphon, which are very clearly about suicide, and Sync, which I believe I remember correctly was about like a serial killer.
Yeah.
So it's like these really, really like brutal things, but you're not cloaking them in anything, it's just very upfront.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it hard to perform songs like that?
Yes. Well, yes. If they're like a song like Witness is hard because it's not about me. It's a very specific song about a very real thing and it's directed at somebody that I care about a lot. So
Hmm.
then singing that every night, it feels just very like vulnerable, invasive. Like I feel bad. I feel like I shouldn't be like, I'm like, should I be singing this? Because it's really raw for me and it's raw probably for the person that I'm writing it about. But yeah, those songs were really easy and really easy to write because
Mm-hmm.
again, when you're for me, it's easier to write songs for people like than it is to write songs about myself. That's where I'm really struggling right now. Um, with my writing because a lot of the stuff I went through in the past several years happened to me instead of like someone I care about. And
Right.
I can empathize with other people like more easily than I can empathize with myself. So it's been a process, but yeah.
Well, also not there. I don't know what you've been writing about, but there hasn't been a lot of stuff happening this year.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's not a fertile ground right now.
Definitely not. Just a lot of the same view.
I mean, I guess you could write a really conceptual album about just the vacancies and the nothingness of COVID times.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
know. There's going to be something coming out
I
of the
mean, there's a
woodwork.
lot to be angry about right now. That's
Sure.
for
Oh
sure.
yeah. It's not just COVID, that's for sure.
Yeah, this might be a
Um,
punk record.
that sounds bitchin'. Don't
Yeah.
don't worry about it. So the first album I heard of yours, and I imagine the first album a lot of people heard of yours was The Spoils. Back in, I guess it came out in '09, but I probably heard it a year or two later because I feel like I was maybe like a senior in high school or something.
Mhm.
But I remember being very kind of struck by how lo-fi it was. Um, it's super crunchy,
Yeah.
super lo-fi, and I don't mean crunchy in a derisive way. I mean
No, I know.
just is. It's very there's a layer of noise to it, and I just remember like kind of being entranced by that, like how kind of questioning before I knew anything about it or you like how does something like this kind of find a way in the blogosphere
Good
because
question.
yeah. I mean, I know artists rarely know how these things happen, but I must have seen it on like Pitchfork or something. I must have seen a review for it, and I was like, "Oh, that has an interesting cover or something," and I checked it out. But it did get kind of a little wave of buzz, so much so that when Stridulum came out a year or two later, you were being covered, and I
Mhm.
just remember it being kind of like a low key like inspiration to like DIY people. Like, how did this fuzzy lo-fi out of nowhere kind of record kind of make the rounds? But leading up to that was you getting signed with Sacred Bones, who have released most of your albums. I'm forgetting now which ones they didn't.
Tyga's the
Um,
only one they didn't.
Tyga, okay. I knew they released all but one. So how did you link up with them? Because they're a pretty I don't know exactly how they were in '09, but they're a pretty like well thought of, robust label these days.
Oh, well, we kind of grew up together, like not actually, but in terms of getting kind of a foothold in music. Like
Hmm.
I was one of the first records that they picked up and put out. And so it's been a really satisfying and gratifying experience watching them grow just because I'm like, oh yeah, my boys. They're like, it's like those are my people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was honestly through MySpace. Like I had posted some
Oh, good old
stuff and
MySpace.
RIP.
Rip.
Miss it.
As my students would say, rip.
Rip. It's so Zoomer.
I know.
Um, but yeah, so posted some songs on MySpace and then had some mutual friends because I had like a community. I was part of a community or a scene in Madison, Wisconsin. And so there was people making music and that had friends in music. And so I think Sacred Bones eventually saw my music through MySpace and wanted to put out a 7-inch. So that's how it all started. And here we are still together.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have since then I have heard your even crunchier, even lower fi earlier stuff like Sarbama and New Amsterdam. Was that before? Did you make those before the Spoils?
Yeah, and the funny thing, I was just thinking about this when you're talking about how crunchy the spoiled is when I made Sarboma, which was very crunchy. Before I handed it in, I was like, oh, maybe it's not noisy enough. Maybe it's too poppy. So then I fed all the songs through more distortion. So it was basically just like a noise record, and every so often you could hear my voice. But then like against or with better judgment, I decided that wasn't the way to go. But yeah, I just really like noise. Yeah, so all that stuff was done around the same time, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you make those in, if you remember?
The Spoils was made in Audacity,
Oh, okay,
and so
cool.
was Sarboma. Yeah, and then maybe I did like Logic. Stridulum was Logic. That
Okay.
was my big like I cleaned up and I got Logic.
Yeah, that was like your I cleaned up, I got my act together, even though
Yeah,
like
it's like
you're just
okay,
like, I
enough
just
of
got a better program.
yeah.
I know.
So,
And it's so cool that you used Audacity because that's like what every like kid in their bedroom uses
and it's like
or used to use anyway.
I love it. Actually, I still use it because I love the effects and how it like distorts sound. And it's really good for sound manipulation if you want something to sound really bad. I
I
love
just
it.
always think of, I've mentioned this on the show before, but I always, whenever people mention Audacity, I think of the first Tune Yards record, Bird
Oh,
Brains, because when I got the vinyl of that, which was obviously years after it came out, it came with this little card that basically was Meryl Garbus saying, I made this whole thing on Audacity. If I can do it, you can too. And I was
oh,
like, that is so
that's so,
nice.
I love that.
And
That's
that's
so
what I
cool.
always think of because it's like the tools are out there, it's
Yeah,
just don't not everything is like so cost prohibitive. If you want to make something and you have the material on your end, like you can usually find a way. And I just thought that was such a nice little
totally.
message.
I
My
appreciate
little
that
like
too.
17-year-old heart.
Yeah, but I like that too because there's humility there where you're like, look,
Hmm.
like you can do this. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it takes that sort of like untouchability out of music that
Yeah,
I think a lot of fans feel like, well, oh, this is really good. I could never do this. And it's like, well, that's not
totally.
necessarily true.
Yeah.
You know? Um, so yeah, like you mentioned on Stridulum, I've always said Stridulum. Now you've changed my world.
Oh, it's okay. You can do whatever you want.
I'm probably gonna butcher all of your album titles.
That's why I make them like that.
So, like you said, on Stridulum, you cleaned up and your sound got a lot clearer. There was still a lot of reverb. You are a fan of reverb. I am also a fan of
Yeah.
reverb, or G-verb, I think, as it's called in Audacity, if I remember
Yes.
correctly. And then conatus, is that how you'd say it?
I say conatus or conatus.
Conatus.
Conatus,
Okay.
conatus.
Yeah.
Can be whatever you want.
Was that also probably Logic? Because that was kind of like even more of a honed sound.
Yeah, that was Ableton. Then I was like,
Ableton. Okay.
yeah, I wanted to kind of shake things up. So I went to,
Right. You're like, I'm gonna fork it over and buy
yeah.
Ableton.
No, I didn't buy Ableton. I didn't buy Ableton until like 2 years ago. I was like,
Oh no.
okay, I'll finally buy it.
I know. I have like a trial version on my computer that
Yeah,
it's
you
like
just like keep like I think if you like could turn your computer's date back, it would like the trial could keep going.
I have like a light version. It came with my my MIDI keyboard, and I'm like, it's like
Nice.
$400. I'm not.
Oh,
I can't fork that over right
it's
now.
insane. It's
It's so
insane.
expensive. See, that is a little cost prohibitive. There are other
Yeah.
ways around that,
Yeah.
as you just mentioned.
Yeah. It's
Um,
Pirate Bay.
so now, looking back on basically your pre-Okovi songs, or maybe especially pre-Taiga songs, what's your relationship now with your older songs, like from Conatus or Stridulum?
Um, it's gone through many sort of changes or many sort of moods of, but right now I feel very nostalgic and appreciative of the little songwriter I was back then. Because I think as I've written a lot of songs and kind of burrowed further into this hole that I've dug for myself as a musician, like it gets harder as you go along. And so I was kind of appreciating the the spirit and the innocence of
Mm.
my earlier stuff and the playfulness.
Hmm.
So
Do
yeah.
you feel like your work has gotten more serious since then?
No, but I feel like my attitude to it, my
Okay.
writing process has become more belabored, and it's hard to fight past the self-hatred. With every record, I'm like, oh, I hate myself so much. I can't.
Yeah, I
None
get
of
it.
my ideas are worthy.
Yeah.
Whereas before I had nothing, like not that I have anything to lose now, but just in terms of like what I expect of myself, like my expectations are so high. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, I should be writing like a Haydn like level like piece by now. Like I should be better than this. And I can't. I'm not any better.
Well,
But
is music your main career now?
yeah, yeah.
When did that start? Do you know?
When I got fired from my last job in 2010 or
Oh wow, okay.
2009.
So
Yeah.
you've been able to sustain on music for at least the past decade.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's feast or famine, really.
oh, sure.
You know,
You've
you
been
just,
able to survive one way or
yeah.
another.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But that's good. I mean, not everyone can do that. So that, I mean,
yeah.
that's a
So
success right
grateful.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really all I care about right now is it's like, I'm able to do what I love. I don't
Hmm.
care. I don't care.
Right. No, I know that's so important.
Yeah.
Um, so then after Canetis came out, you released Taiga, which if you Google you, which I'm sure you never do,
Oh God,
um,
no.
Taiga is a bit of a controversial record in your discography, I've found. And I write for Beats Per Minute, and I was in the Slack telling them that I was going to be talking to you, and they were like, "Oh my God, ask her about Taiga." Because I remember when Taiga was coming out, it was like sold by PR or maybe by you as like your big pop album.
Yeah.
Was that your intention?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like you
Oh yeah.
wanted to make a big pop album. And
Yeah.
you can tell. I mean, when I just went back and listened to a few songs before we were talking, and it's definitely your cleanest album,
Yeah.
sonically, and has like really big choruses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you're a lover of pop. But what made you want to go in that direction?
I wanted, again, I'm gonna be really blunt. There's only one way I can say it, but like I wanted to be accepted. I
Hmm.
wanted to be like a normal, accepted, like musician, like musician. Like I wanted to be a part of like the mainstream conversation because I was so used to making like music that like I felt like you had to be into a certain type of music in order to get it, like all the noisy stuff or whatever.
Hmm.
And when people, so many blogs and stuff were writing so much stuff at that time, and I would read all of it because I was obsessed with the validation, because I was like a young little kid excited. But
Yeah.
they're all like lo-fi, goth, etc.
Witch
This dark
House.
witch house, dark wave. I was like this spooky spookster, and that's cool.
Hmm.
And I am a spooky spookster, but like there was a part of me that just wanted to be good. Like I wanted just to be good based on the merit of my songs, and I didn't want to feel like there was any gatekeeping to what I was saying because I do feel like my music, the thing that I love about music is that it is a universal language, and there's nothing more powerful than feeling like you can translate your emotions and feelings, and people that are on the other side of the world or have ideas that are completely diametrically opposed to yours can still find meeting ground with the music, because
Hmm.
I just like that. It's a unifier. And so I wanted to see how far I could take that. And but I really, really quickly realized that like I'm not a normal person. I didn't like the stuff that I had to do in order to feel like I was accepted by the mainstream. Those aren't my people. Like
Hmm.
I'm just not one of those people, and it's fine. It's like there are people that make that can do that. Like I just couldn't. And so I could, yeah, that was just like a very interesting trial, but it really taught me like what my principles are, what my priorities are, who I want to do this for, what's important to me. And yeah, it just answered a lot of questions. And so then I was like, oh, okay, yep, I did that, did the pop album, and now I can move on.
So that realization is sort of what drove you to do something like Okovi then.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because Okovi is a very, for a very witchy album in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. I mean, there's the kind of whispering that happens throughout, and there is sort of a lot of atmosphere to it. And there's not really a lot of atmosphere on Taiga. It is a
Yeah.
very like straightforward album.
Yeah.
But I guess that was kind of your intention though.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want anything that was like, that was, could be called witch or goth or anything.
Well, I
But
think you succeeded in that sense. And there are, I
yeah,
mean, do you still like the songs as the songs?
I'm super proud of the songs because that was a period when I was really focusing on, my chops as a songwriter, as a producer, as a singer, as a, everything. Like I just really wanted to master the craft of musicianship.
Hmm.
But along the way, I think I lost a lot of my vibe
Yeah.
that makes me really special. And I didn't realize how important like one's own unique voice is, like your artistic voice. Because
Hmm.
with Taiga, I kind of tried to erase it. And because I thought it wasn't like, I thought that was the problem with me. I was like, oh yeah, I've got too much vibe or whatever. It's like, wait, no, that's all I care about actually is like, the stuff that makes me different from other people. Like that's what I like anyway. So
Yeah.
I just decided to lean into that now.
Do you or will you still sing Taiga songs live?
Yeah, I love it. I mean,
Okay.
I love those songs. Yeah, I love those songs and I loved making that record. And I love that record. It was just an experiment,
Right.
in terms of the style of it.
Right. Yeah, and I say I know you love pop music because I feel like I've embarrassingly I've probably tweeted this at you before. But every time I think of you every time I hear the middle.
Oh, I love that song and
That
it drives me
video of you
insane.
singing it in your house will just live on forever in my brain.
Oh man, just like a dose of syrup right there. I love it.
I think when you posted that, which was like years ago at this point, I think I was like working retail at that time, so it was always
Oh,
on.
I'm so sorry.
No, but then like you must have posted that like months after me hearing it like daily, and I was like, oh, okay.
I just love a
It's a
song
little
that
better in
gets
my head now.
but you got to appreciate a song like The Middle. Like, can we just take a second? And this is why I love pop music, is because like you have a song like The Middle, which will reach everywhere, not just the
Hmm.
middle. It'll reach the top, middle, and the bottom. Like it will, no matter where you are, it will find you. That song will
Yep.
find you. And it's just kind of like this thing that follows you around. It's almost kind of like magical in that way. And the pop songwriting is so euphoric. Like there's something so cathartic about pop songs
Hmm.
and then and how it unifies people again. Like I don't know, but I think it's just such a perfect, The Middle is a perfect capsule, like a pop capsule.
Yeah, and there is
Appreciate.
something to be said and to honor a song that, like you say, can go so far
Yeah.
because it's so it was at least so ubiquitous. You heard it everywhere. It was on TV shows, it was in commercials, it was in the mall, it was in the grocery store, like it was everywhere. And I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
I like that though, because that during that period, that was like one of the hardest periods of my life. Like I went through just like incredible life transition changes. And that song, I would be crying in the grocery store and it would be on. I'd be crying in the car and it would be on. I'd be crying in my house and it would be on. I'd be crying in the dentist office. It would be on. And so like I started associating this song with like my descent into like chaos and madness.
Mm,
And as it does follow you everywhere, like it just felt like this like familiar or something. Like it felt like this thing that I was just it was like my sadness personified.
yeah, it was like a little friend.
Yeah, it was.
What are some pop songs from this year that you've liked?
No, none. Except Dua Lipa. I really like
You
her
know, I
songs.
haven't gotten into her yet.
I don't know what it
I'm not
is.
like not into her. I haven't given her a listen yet, but everyone loves her.
She just does it. She does it right. She's not trying to do anything other than just make you dance. And I
Mm.
really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I appreciate that. I could
I like
appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah.
I really liked, I don't know, I guess it counts. I really liked the Jessie Ware album.
Oh, I haven't heard that one, but I
Oh,
loved her
it's really good. That
last.
song Spotlight is like, oh my God.
Oh man.
It's so good.
I
The only other pop song I can think of from the past year that I genuinely really like is actually Never Really Over by Katy Perry.
yeah, if it really overcame.
Yeah, that's an
I love
earworm.
that. I actually really like that song. Yeah.
I didn't listen to any of the rest of that album because I'm sure I won't like it, but I love that song. That's a good ass song.
Yeah, that was a really,
You
really good
can't deny
one.
it.
Oh,
So anyway,
yeah.
um, so you have a couple times re-recorded songs, and you've done sort of reinventions of your songs. You did the string versions of a lot of the Konetes songs. You did Sea Talk, which a lot of people probably don't even know came from Sarboma.
Yeah.
Um, what do you get out of reinventions? Like, what makes you approach a project and want to reinvent it?
Another chance to do it better. That's
Hmm.
basically it. Yeah. But I mean, well, songs are living things. Like it's proven to me when I perform them every night on stage and how they
Hmm.
evolve over time. Like once you write a song, it's not like that the recording is the instance. It's like the song that is just one performance. That's one iteration of the song, but the song should evolve and grow through time. So I like that because it allows me to develop a relationship with the songs instead of just being like, yeah, this is a song I wrote a long time ago and the recording is from a long time ago. It's like, no, this song is still alive. It doesn't, I wrote it in the past, but the song is reborn every time
Hmm.
I perform it or record it. And so I like that. I think it's more romantic.
Yeah, I like that idea that you're kind of keeping it alive, so to speak, and
Yeah. I
editing
mean,
it
I
as you
wrote it.
go.
Might as well just
Oh, you
keep,
can do whatever you want to
yeah.
it. I know the Versions album was a nice surprise, kind of hearing those really angular
Mhm.
synthy songs with string sections. That was I always kind of like when artists,
Oh,
totally reinvent the sound of a song.
yeah. I like it too. Thank you.
Yeah. I was just thinking it'd be really cool if like someday you did like a strings tour.
Oh, yeah. That's my dream. But
That would be
yeah.
exquisite.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Whew, the dreams. So many dreams involving strings right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, even your voice, you mentioned your style of singing before is quite sort of operatic in a way. So I feel like it fits very well with
Yeah.
strings. Um,
Hmm.
are you a trained vocalist? Like, did you have classical training?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Is
did.
that is that was it like opera training?
Yeah, that was my original goal was to be an
Okay.
opera singer. Yeah, and still is, in my own way. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you have always we're gonna transition a bit. You have always seemingly maintained a relatively open relationship with fans. I remember years ago, I guess at this point, on your Tumblr, you posted like an AMA thing, like basically
Mhm.
asking, do you have any questions on creativity or songwriting or whatever it was. And then on Twitter, you are very funny and very candid. Um, what do you in a good okay, let's speak of good things first.
Yeah.
What do you get personally out of having that kind of open channel with fans?
um well, I guess for me there's I'll just say there's only two ways of doing it. I either don't talk to anybody and everything is very controlled, which is I've done that in the past, or I kind of just have to like engage with everything very open-heartedly. It's really hard for me to just like have like I do have boundaries, of course, but like I feel like, look, if I'm gonna be real with people, I'm again the bluntness, I'm gonna be real. Like I can't be half real. I can't do a halfsies kind of thing. Or like,
Hmm.
um, and I and just like my just general sort of sense of compassion for people, it's like I regard fans of my music as just like other humans who happen to have good taste. Just kidding. No, but I mean, like, I just, that's kind of the point for me of making music is connecting with humanity. And if I was to act as if my fans weren't part of that, like, exchange, it would be a little empty for me. So, yeah, and as the years have gone on, and especially since I've gotten a Patreon and the music industry has changed a lot, I've really just realized what's important. And at the end of the day, it really is like that relationship, because that is all that matters. It doesn't matter what like sponsorships you get or what like whatever tour you're on. I don't know, whatever stupid capitalist goals are met within a world that I don't respect. Like what I do respect is like just like the act of music. And so I want to respect the people that listen to what I have to say and appreciate it, because that's all that matters.
Yeah, and music is a conversation. I mean, you make a song and you release it, and then hopefully a lot of people hear it and find something they like in it, and they're drawn to you. And then but that conversation doesn't need to end after you leave the studio, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like we can keep having this relationship. And like you say, there are obviously boundaries. When I say relationship, it's not like you're best friends with your fans, but that sort of ongoing connection of like, well, you like something I've made and you are another human being. Like I'm still here. I'm not just only making music and then disappearing from the earth.
Yeah. I mean, I could do that too, but there's not enough. There's also not a lot of security for musicians. So I just kind of like to touch base and be like, we okay? Are you guys still there? We're good? Okay, cool.
Yeah. How we doing, fam?
Yeah. How we doing? We good? Still here, not dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially just like becoming more active on social media. It's really hard not to like, I'm kind of, yeah, just as you know, following my Twitter, I say dumb stuff and I'm impulsive and just like everybody else have like a weird relationship with social media.
Mm-hmm.
That's like mostly met with shame and resignation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So adjacent to your Twitter, I must ask, what is the deal with The Rock?
What is the deal with no, not The Rock. It's Dwayne Johnson, or not.
Isn't it Dwayne Johnson?
No, it's John Cena.
John Cena. I knew it was some large man.
Yeah. I love The Rock. I loved The Rock.
Okay.
But now I've moved on. John Cena just like usurps.
Yeah. What is it about John Cena for you?
I don't know.
Because I've been like, I've been a fan of yours for a while. I followed you on Twitter for a while, and you've been talking about John Cena for a while.
Yeah. He just like, it's
Didn't
something.
he just follow you?
He did, but I think he followed a lot of people. Like, so I'm feeling a little hurt about that. Like, I was hoping I had a chance, but I'm hoping he still sees my tweets. But,
well, he did follow you, so maybe
I know.
Is it just like an attraction?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I need to know more. I'm curious. I'm really curious.
He's interesting to you.
He's very interesting. He's so large.
He is. So I guess that's why I mixed him up with The Rock. He's very large.
Yeah. He's kind of like got like a caveman vibe. Like, I don't know. And I don't know.
He was, I don't know if you saw that Amy Schumer movie with him.
Yeah, that might have started it actually.
He was very, very funny in that movie.
He was.
Like shockingly funny.
I really liked it. I liked the idea of just like, I liked his character as like being kind of like in the closet, like, but like extremely buff and
and also extremely obviously in the closet.
Yeah. Like such like a conflicted relationship with his own masculinity. I really like that.
I just always found it funny.
I know.
I just think it's such a like marriage that I would never have made in my mind.
Of Amy Schumer and him?
No, of you and
me.
Him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe to you, you're like, no, it makes total sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because I'm also like into weightlifting and stuff. Like I'm kind of a bro, so there might be something there where I'm like, yeah, man, I can deadlift or. No, I don't know. Well,
hopefully, he's obviously going to listen to this, so obviously he will. He will hear
John,
your opinions.
Up?
Send her a DM, John.
Yeah.
Slide in.
Slide in, bud.
Now he follows you, so like I think that means you can DM him.
Howdy, John.
I'm pretty sure. I think that's how it works usually.
I'm gonna try that. Just the little cowboy emoji.
Just the emoji. No context. And then he'll leave you on red for who knows how long.
Forever.
Or his like agent will, whoever checks his Twitter. So you mentioned on Twitter that you say stupid things sometimes. Should we skip over the recent events?
I mean, we can discuss them if you, well, it might be good because I feel like a lot of what I said was taken out of context. And so
okay. I will say for the, I mean, maybe we just like won't say her name because I feel like she'll hack my internet if I say her name.
Yeah. She's got eyes.
Actually,
everywhere.
Never mind. She won't. Her fans will. I will say, I thought what you said was pretty true. Because I did see it. I know you took it down and I truly don't blame you. Actually at Beats Per Minute, we did a review of I'll say her name because we're not talking about her, the Miley album.
Oh yeah.
And it was pretty negative. And the writer asked our editor to take it down because he was getting he was getting threatened of doxing and he was getting threatened and it's just horrible. Like fandoms are so horrible. Yeah. So I totally get why you took it down, but I did see it for the like 19 minutes it was up.
Yeah, no, for a while because I really wanted the Swifties to feast on it. But
You,
like
you
I
gave
liked
them a
it.
snack. You gave them a little snack.
Gave him a little something to chew on. It's like, look, you guys can interpret this however you'd like for 6 hours.
Right.
Fun's over. You're all wrong. Later.
So why don't you maybe explain what you meant then?
Okay, so it was just like a pre-caffeinated breakfast tweet, which I want to do, where she dropped dropped an album, her second one this year, which is all fine. Like honestly, I've got nothing against Taylor Swift, but I do.
you sound like the people in Twin Peaks.
I'm not trying to just like I don't want
backwards.
the captcha to get it or whatever.
I know.
So she released 2 albums this year, and it's all fine and dandy, but like her being like, out in the woods, like gripping a coffee cup by the fire or whatever, and like, her like pumpkin spice records, and that's super chill. Like actually, I think she's a great songwriter. I think she has a lot of integrity. I really like how she's advocated in the music industry for a lot of stuff. So I don't really have anything against her. Like I'm not like anti Taylor Swift, but I just thought it was funny that she would release 2 records in a year where like I've been prevented from releasing any because of COVID. So I was just kind of like, oh man, it hurts. Like it was just kind of like 2 stakes in my heart for every record anyone releases. There's like another stake in my heart or whatever.
Right. But she happened to release 2.
She happened to release 2, which was just like kind of like digging in the wound.
And they're long.
Yeah, and they're long, and they're, she really like was able to access like different parts of herself. She felt so free and liberated, and she had this great like cast of collaborators with her, and like, and it's just funny because like I've spent time like I've been to the Aaron Dessner's like studio or whatever before, and so I know I see the setting, I see it all taking place. Like I can visualize her like beautiful moment there, like where she's really like coming into her own as a songwriter, and it's cool. It's like awesome, but it's just funny because it's like her like she's working with like Haim and Bon Iver and National on this album, and so she's obviously like trying to do some like, oh yeah, this is all indie music, and like I'm kind of like I can do an indie thing, and that's cool. Like I don't care about what people do. It just was it was more of a conversation about classism, because I just thought it was interesting how she was like working with all these indie people who are currently out of business because they can't tour, can't work on records. So now they're working on Taylor Swift's record, because like she can do it. Like she can pay for it.
Like I know she has all the money in the world and she has lots of connections, and she could have asked, the Desners or Justin Vernon anytime. But there is something curious about the fact to me that this year, and they recorded them this year in quarantine, that this is the year she gets the trifecta, of these indie dudes who are pretty respected and probably quite expensive. But like I ask myself, would Folklore and would Evermore have happened 2 years ago? Or at least would they have happened this way? I'm not sure.
But again,
but I know it wasn't personal.
Whether it happened at all, it doesn't matter. Like I listened, like the records are good, like whatever. Like
I was going to say, they actually are the most I've enjoyed a Taylor Swift album.
Yeah, she really is hitting her stride. Like I'm proud of her. Like I'm stoked for her. I don't have anything against her. It was literally just like a joke because of the decimation of the independent music industry, which is what I'm thinking about all the time. So whenever I make Twitter jabs at people, it always has to do with like class politics or the fact that like billionaires are ruining like the economy. It's like, because as someone that is a middle class working musician, like I don't have the luxuries of like I have privilege, but I don't have enough of the luxuries where I can just like pretend like people aren't dying or pretend like it's impossible to survive making music anymore. Like all of my friends are in the underground scenes, and it's frustrating that my friends in the underground scene could survive making music, making very difficult, idiosyncratic music in the past, and now they can't.
Yeah.
And I just find that that's not the music's problem. That's the music industry's problem.
Right.
And the fact that people used to be able to survive off their art and now they can't is just really concerning to me, because that's what I do. And that's what my friends do. And I'm a part of a community that exists because of, this, surviving off of art. So
Mm-hmm.
I really strongly want to advocate for bringing awareness to like how, the problems of streaming and stuff like that. But anyway, Taylor Swift can do whatever she wants. Of course, I got a lot of Swifties coming after me saying, "Who am I?" It's like finding me on Instagram and going, "Who are you?" And then I'm like, "Who are you? Like, what are you doing here? Like,
Yeah.
why?" And then
also,
they're like,
they know who you are because they searched you.
Yeah. Also, like, this is what I don't understand. Like, if I was a nobody, why do you care? Like,
True.
Why would you go after me? Like,
but they always do that.
It's true. And
they always do that. And they're not people who they go after are not, they're seldom even musicians like yourself.
It's so strange.
They are usually either, reviewers who get paid $50 a month to write a review, if anything, or they're just random fans who didn't like something. And then the fandoms go after these people. It's so weird.
It's like the same people that are upset that the new like MacBook isn't like fancy enough or something, or like someone wrote a bad review about a MacBook. It's this consumer energy where they're like defending their choice to consume Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Or they're defending their like loyalty to a brand.
It's loyalty. I think that's what it is.
It's brand loyalty, but it's like, yeah, it's to the point where it's like, I feel like my fans are loyal, but they know better than to go after people. Like, God bless the people in my mentions that were like, I felt like it was like a Civil War battle, between like a team, like there was like, we were way outnumbered, but like good riddance. I don't want to get into
like
the field. Yeah. But like these are also just like a bunch of 15-year-olds who don't understand the context of what I was saying and don't even care, because they're not even thinking about, they're not even like, they thought I was a millionaire. They were like trying to tell me that I'm a millionaire. And it's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near what Taylor Swift is, And so why are you ganging up on me? Like, leave me alone.
Also, it's also really weird once you actually look into the people who are tweet storming you and realize that there's actually a good chunk that aren't 15. And you start to, it's so scary. When I got hired at BPM, my first review was of the new Lady Gaga record, and she has crazy fans too. And I gave it like I gave it like a 68 or something. Like, I was like, this is decent. I like it. It's not great, whatever. Like, it was fine. But then I got grown ass men, like other gay men, calling me like a faggot for not liking it, and it's like, who cares? Like, she doesn't care.
She does not care at all.
She has no idea you exist. And these Swifties, she has no idea they exist.
No idea.
I mean, I guess she might know they exist as a group, but like, she's not going to see your tweets defending her honor. Like, I just don't get what drives them. And then like with the Miley review, they were like, you need to take this down because her Metacritic score went down because of your review. And it's like, what? And it's like, what? She doesn't give a shit. Miley Cyrus, of all people, gives no shits about
seriously
stuff like this. So it's the same across any fandom or standom or whatever you want to call it. It's so toxic and also just so puzzling.
It really is, because it's, I got a big heart for those stans. I got a heart, like I see them defending their queen and I say, go, you defend your queen. But I want to reason with them. I want them to like, look, do you understand? And I'm too like that. This is why I'm too like, sometimes I'm too like self-serious or whatever. Cause I actually want to like go down each tweet and be like, hey, how's it going? Like, how old are you? If you're over 16, like, let's talk about this. If you're under 16, I understand your brain isn't fully developed yet. And that's okay. Just like, whatever, just be nice. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah. They're just so mean and
it just doesn't make sense to me.
Cruel about it. And yeah, it doesn't make sense. And they just like, literally they sit all day on Twitter searching, her name. Because it's not like you tagged her,
Dude, take up knitting or something. Like seriously, like at the end of the day, you'll actually have a sweater. Like, come on.
Something you can use.
Yeah, like you're really just wasting your time. It's
so true. I just wanted to touch base with you on that because
Yeah, no, it
I
was
felt like you deserved a chance to
thanks.
explain because that,
Oh,
as always with her especially, but as always that whirlwinded very, very quickly.
yeah, it was. I was not
It's
expecting that.
almost impressive,
That was
you
pretty
know,
funny.
how committed and how impressed they are. It
Yeah.
is in a way, but it can
Can I
also
just,
they
I
can
just,
cross lines so easily though.
I know, but okay, I gotta say, it was so funny because people, okay, all right. I tweeted the thing, barely even thought about it. Like, whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? No one's gonna see this. All my fans get it. They know the content. Like, anyone that's following me gets it. Like, whatever. But then, like, these stands would be like commenting on my photos like 48 hours after the tweet, being like,
Oh yeah.
you got your 15 minutes of fame. That's what you were looking for. It's like, all right, number one, you're here because
Yeah.
you're bringing the fame to me. You're the only one that cares. Nobody else cares.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's 48 hours later. The tweet's been deleted for 2 days. Oh my God. Where are
Well,
you
you know,
even
they
getting?
screen grabbed it and they shared it on all their channels.
It's so funny. It's like, I just can't, I can't help but like laugh at just like the logic that these people use in their minds to like
I know.
attack me. And it's like,
It's so weird.
you're only drawing more attention to me by doing this. Like I forgot about the tweet already.
No, it's true. And then like I didn't Google this or anything, but a lot of the times when this happens, like people literally write articles about it. Like I don't know if anyone wrote one about you, but like I could totally see like Zola Jesus is at war with
Yeah,
the
no, that happened.
50s. It did?
Yeah, in Brazil, like it took off in Brazil, and it was like Brazilian star like comments on the beef between Taylor
Oh my
Swift and
God.
Zola Jesus, and then the Brazilian pop star is like, I'm on Taylor Swift's side. She can do whatever genre she wants. Oh my God.
Well,
I'm
you
like,
know
oh my
what?
God, you guys don't understand. And you're blowing this up. Like, what beef? Like,
I know there's no beef. She probably doesn't even know about it. And then all that's happening is they are extending your quote unquote 15 minutes of
I
fame
know. It's
and then
like,
complaining about it. Like you're like, all right, well, my Bandcamp plays are going up. So I don't
yeah,
know what to tell
exactly. I'm like, I wanted to be like, I hope you guys don't stream my record on Spotify.
you. Here's a link. Don't
Yeah,
click
here's a link. Don't buy my record.
it. It's just I'm glad you can have a sense of humor about it because some people I think get really, really eaten up about it. I mean, sometimes it's really serious. I know when Folklore came out and Pitchfork gave it an 8 out of 10, I think it was Jillian Mapes got like her address got leaked, her phone number got leaked. She was like being death
Well, she got an
threatened.
8 out of 10. That's like
I
basically a 10
know.
out of a
That's the
10.
other thing. An 8 out of 10
Oh,
is real good. That's pretty good.
man,
But
I
they
got
just
5.9. Like, come on. Like, 8 is really good. Like, you're fine. Like, Taylor Swift is, and that's the thing, too. It's like, sorry, I'm getting really worked up. Oh my
It's
gosh.
okay.
I
I
get
didn't
so
mean to
worked
work
up.
you up. I know.
No, it'll happen at the switch of a flip of a switch. But the thing that is so frustrating is that it's like someone like Taylor Swift gets an 8.0 and she's got all the resources in the world and stuff. And then like someone that made the record in their bedroom gets like a 2.9 because it's like, it's so fuzzy. The songs are so unfocused. It's like, it's one dude in her bedroom, or there's like one
Yeah,
person in their bedroom. Like, I feel like it's really unfair to like review records without considering like the resources at hand
yeah,
because
there's a context that I think is worth looking at.
totally
They don't
because
exist in a vacuum.
they don't. And so for someone to be like, oh, these songs are unfocused or like whatever, like the
Or like
songwriting
this
is,
guitar sounds really cheap.
yeah, this sounds like a really cheap guitar. Yeah.
It's like, well, that's because I only had $100.
Yeah. It's like, come on, like just, I think at some point you kind of like when listening to music that isn't made by major labels, you do kind of have to like, your ears need to have a little bit of an imagination because
Mhm.
it is, it is possible to make good sounding music these days, but it's also still cost prohibitive to a lot of people.
Totally.
And also just like in terms of who you're working with, like if you're working with other songwriters, some people have like 6 songwriters on each song on their record. It's like, that's very different. That's a different game,
Yeah.
people are playing,
No, totally.
but also whatever, like reviews, music journalism. Come on. I'm just kidding.
I'll tell that to my boss at
Yeah,
DP.
no.
No, I like them. I think there is a space for reviewing where it is like considering the whole product and maybe looking at it contextually and being upfront about the fact that it's all opinion, like
Yeah.
that's the thing that the
Yeah.
stands never really get. That their opinion is really truly no less or more valuable than anyone else's.
Mhm.
So if you get a 5.9 from Pitchfork, but then, Stereo Gum gives you a 9, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, who really cares? And same with Taylor. If she gets an 8 from them, great. If you think it's a 10, also great. Like,
It's
I don't get it.
it's people that are choosing to interact with, it's just pop people. Like pop
Yeah,
people think about music so differently than non-pop people because
I think
they're
so.
thinking about it. And this is what was so strange with the Taylor Swift drama, was that they kept sort of trying to bring me down by calling me like a failure or a flop. Like they kept going flop, 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 flop. And I'm just like, son, like, I'm not even trying. Like, what the
Yeah.
like, I'm not playing that game. I'm not in the market. I'm not participating in the pop market. This
Yeah.
isn't pass fail. This isn't flop or success. This isn't about charts. This isn't
you can't fail a course you're not taking.
Exactly. So it's funny when they're like, everything that they're saying to me is basically like, they're basically saying like, I don't know, like the only thing they could attack me for was like my like failure as like a capitalist commodity, which is like,
Mhm.
and it's like, you know what? Touche. Like I learned, because I did think that I needed that in order to feel accepted. And I learned that I don't, and I don't
Right.
want it. And so it's like, what else do you have against me? You got nothing. Like you can,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
again, like you said, it's like, I don't know. I'm not even trying.
Yeah, and I mean, I also I do video editing for The Needle Drop. And he has haters all the time. I mean, if he gives a record like a 7 but they think it's a 10, they never stop bothering him. And I've been working with him for like almost 9 years, so I know,
Oh man.
like the people are crazy. They like find him places. They'll go
Wow.
up to him at concerts, because like I've gone to local shows with him, and there's always someone who comes up and is like, "You gave this a 7, but it's a 9." It's like, oh my god,
Yeah, it's like you're
why?
the only one remembering, buddy. Like,
Like why? Like his most famous one. I don't know how familiar you are with Anthony Fantano, but his most famous one is that he gave My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy a 6.
oh, that's complicated. But then you know what? When you average it out with like the 10 out of 10
Oh
Pitchfork
yeah,
gave
it's
it.
still like one of the most acclaimed albums of the decade. Like,
And also, like, do you like the album? Yes or no? It doesn't matter what it was given. Like,
right.
as
That's
an
what I'm
artist, I
saying.
can tell you right now, if like just because Pitchfork gave Tyga a 5.9, it will always be a 10 out of 10 in my heart. Okay. I don't care. No, it
Exactly.
doesn't really matter.
It really, really doesn't. It's all bullshit anyway.
Especially these days. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I love music journalism because
Hey,
I
I
love
take
how
no
it
offense.
provides. Oh, good. I mean, it really, it's sorely missed. Like, I really miss it because it really does provide context, and it's really gratifying to wake up on, when the day your record's out and you're like, oh, what do people think of it? And getting those takes, like, what were their favorite songs? Like, what did they think this record was about? Like, I really like that. Like, it's
Well, because
exciting.
it's yours for so long, and then it's
Yeah.
finally everyone else's.
Totally. It's like, yeah, that's like the release day is, it's like, it's every holiday combined for me. And then like for the first like 2 hours. And then when I realize people don't like the record, it's the worst day. It's like being in hell for the rest of your
you
life.
do read the reviews?
I do. I read them a lot more when I was younger. Now I'm so like, I get it. Like, I understand, like, whatever, but
well, you're older and wiser now.
exactly. Yeah. Wisdom does a lot.
But it's funny because, and I there's a lot of people, and maybe even yourself included, who music journalism, like, truly in the beginning of your careers helped kind of expose to people.
Totally.
Because like I mean, it's not even, has nothing to do with the merit of someone's project. If it's not getting seen, it's not getting seen. And I would not have found out about you or countless other people that I listened to without bigger sites like, AV Club and Stereo Gum and Pitchfork. Like, for better or worse,
Yeah.
they
Same.
are kind of the pipeline. And if we didn't have any of that or magazines, or, if we had none of that, like I wouldn't know half the people I listen to. So there is a place for it.
Totally. And the fact that we're kind of losing it really makes me realize that is how
Mm-hmm.
important it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I'm like, where do I go? Like I look at Stereo Gum but Pitchfork mostly covers like mainstream stuff
Oh,
now.
totally.
So
Yeah.
it's just not really, it bums me out because it's like, we don't need to know what you think about the Taylor Swift record. We
It's
don't
kind
need
of
to know.
true.
We
We
don't
also
need,
don't really need you to tell me it's coming out because everyone else is.
yeah, it's like, we're good. Like, I don't need to know what Pitchfork thinks about Evermore or
Right.
whatever. It's like, I want to know, show me something that I don't know. Show me something that I don't know about. And like, because that's the thing. Like, no one really knew about my music. And then Pitchfork and Stereo Gum and other sites picked it up. And that was huge visibility for me. But it's like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to see other people like get that visibility. And now they're having to fight for places with like Justin Bieber or something.
Yeah.
Like, and I just don't think that that's not like super cool or whatever. Like, I don't think that's like, I don't
Yeah.
like look to Pitchfork for like what's new in music anymore. And I used to.
I know, it's true. I mean, every now and then they'll do a random review of something that I've never heard of, and maybe it has like a cool name or a cool album cover, and I check it out, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is good. But
Yeah.
it seems fewer and farther between these days.
Yeah. The curse of Condé Nast, I guess.
Oh, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
So before we go, I just wanted to ask really quick, especially during this really weird year, what are some things you've been listening to, watching, or reading, if
Okay.
anything?
Yeah. Music's been tough for me because I've been in such like it's so weird when you're writing music and then it's hard to know what to listen to, but I mostly listen to like Orthodox chant. I don't know why.
Oh, sure.
I'm just like, oh, music died when like polyphony happened or whatever. I'm like in that stage, which I really need to get out of. But but yeah, also just I've been getting really into like hermeticism and stuff, like getting into more like theosophy and like esoteric kind of stuff. So
Mhm.
mysticism and stuff like that. So I've been reading a lot of books about that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
It's been cool. Watching okay, so there's a lot of things I've been watching, but I just really, because I really think it's the best thing to have come out in 2020. These are the two best things to have come out in 2020.
Okay.
And they're I think that I consider them the best things because of the year it's been, but
Mhm.
the best things for me have been the HBO show How To with John Wilson.
Oh, I've been
which,
meaning to watch that.
oh, it made me like it was the most humanizing. I'm gonna start crying now. But it's just like such like a funny, humanizing, beautiful, beautiful show. Please watch it.
I will.
And then another thing, like the things that I loved the most were things that made me cry from laughing so hard. So it's that and the new Tim Heidecker special. Like I watched
I didn't even know
it, like,
about that.
multiple times. It's, I don't know, like maybe it just hits my sense of humor in the right way, but I was dry heaving like after watching it. Like I was like purging like so much emotion from watching that because it was just like, it just hit all the right spots. But yeah, those are two kind of like non-goth things that I've been really into.
Non-God things. Well, that's not. I mean, that's very different than your mysticism.
Yeah, well, I like to laugh. So
Yeah, and you dabble. You dabble.
I dabble.
I know.
I
was
dabble
trying
in laughter.
I was trying to think of. I have been such a bad television watcher this year. I've been mostly watching like reruns of things I already like because it's so much easier.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I've been like needing that easiness, I think.
Mhm.
But like I just watched for the first time ever, like last week, I just watched the Great British Bake Off,
Oh,
which everyone loves, and I do like it. But
it
I
is
I don't know why I
my,
put it off for so long.
oh man, it is like my benzo and my Ambien. It is
It's just so
everything.
comforting.
Paul Hollywood, those eyes, that
Those
silver,
eyes made of ice.
such a fox.
I really truly thought he was gay for about half the season.
He's not?
No, he's not. I looked it up.
He seems asexual to me. It seems like whatever's going on is.
He had a wife for a really long time, and I think he has at least one kid. And then he had a girlfriend like 2 years ago, and they've since broken up. But like, he seems to be not gay.
He's married to the dough. You know he is. You know what I mean? You can't break a man away from his dough when he's like that, when he's a baker.
Right.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
that's
but
an
no,
amazing show.
I do like it. One thing I was talking about, because I've been watching it with my boyfriend and I watch a lot of Food Network, and we were both struck by how nice everyone is.
This is what I love, because I love Chopped and I love
I
cooking
do
shows,
love
because
Chopped. I do too.
cooking shows are so relaxing because they're so it's like everything is so divorced from like the scary world of politics and
And it's very
survival.
routine. It's
It
very
is. It's just like
regimented.
you just have to cook this thing and you either pass or fail. It's like, how is it? It's good. And it's also like food, which we all need. Like, I don't know, there's
Right.
something. But yeah, so Food Network is too much, like the editing is too tense. Like there's too much like intense like music, and they're trying to make it into like this like fear factor, but
Oh
like for
yeah.
food.
Yeah.
But Great
It's like
British Bake
24.
Off. Yeah, it's like 24. But it's so stressful. Whereas Great British Bake Off is just like such a
It's like a nice
it's an
warm breeze.
exhale.
Because all
It's
the
hot bath.
bakers are nice, and on Food Network, like kind
Yeah.
of on Chopped, a lot of the time they're really mean. Like they get
Yeah.
so competitive, and especially like in the interviews anyway, they're
Yeah.
very snippy and very bitchy. But on British Bake Off, they're
They're just
just
like
so
helping each
kind.
other.
They help each other.
They're like,
They
I'm done
clap for
early.
each
Do you need
other.
help for something? Yeah. Oh,
When someone gets a bad review and they walk back all sad, someone goes, "Good job."
this is the thing. Like, I feel like our world could look more like Great British Bake Off if we let it.
I
But
agree.
because of the forces that are, we have we're living in a chopped world where
Yeah,
it's
well,
like you're chopped.
we only have, if you look at a pie chart of how much we allow into our mediascape, it's like 1% for empathy.
Yeah.
And that's what British
Oh,
Bake Off is to me. It's just so full of empathy. Like I don't want any of
yes.
them to ever lose.
Me neither. I know.
So we were just
That's
watching the newest season. We are at the finale now. I have to go back and watch the old ones.
it is the thing that I love about it is if I'm ever feeling down, or if I'm ever feeling away, any type of way, I'll just put
Hmm.
on any episode, because it's like doesn't really matter if I've seen it before. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah.
always new. Like I'm always kind of like, oh yeah, I didn't notice that before. I didn't notice that about their like eclair or whatever. Like
Oh, that second layer on that cake.
yeah, that
I
babka.
never
I
noticed
didn't.
it.
Let's stop and look at that
Oh,
babka.
also they make so many traditional British desserts that half the time I'm like, what is that? I have no idea what she's
So
talking about.
strange. The British diet, if you only watch Great British Bake Off, you'd have
Oh my
no idea.
gosh, I know. I'm like, what'd she say? What are they
Yeah.
making?
Twofer?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I do like it. I have been enjoying it, so I'm glad I finally caught up with that.
Yeah. It's the best. More empathetic
Yeah.
TV.
No, I know we need more empathetic TV. I'm a huge empathy person. More of it, the better.
Me too.
So thank you for talking to me. This is by far my my longest episode yet.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I go
No,
off.
I love it. I could talk for hours, don't worry. But thank you for being so game and being so open and coming to chat with me today, even though you really have nothing to plug. You just here and shooting the breeze with me.
Yeah, there's always something to say.
Well, I had a great time. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, have a good one, and watch How To with John Wilson. It will make your day.
I will put it on my list at the top with a little recommended by Zola Jesus.
Good.
Asterisk.
Thank you.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your evening.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.